Well, ho, 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 and season's greetings to everybody. How are we all doing tonight? This is Dennis here at Canoehound's Outdoor Adventure Show. Just want to thank everybody for popping in tonight and enjoying, or actually joining me for the show tonight. Should be a fun little evening. Got a few cool little things planned here for the night, and we're just going to wait until a bunch of people get in here and maybe get a couple of guests up on panel. I know I sent out a few invitations there, so if anybody that I've sent invitations to come up on panel, if you want to get yourselves all set up now, that would be awesome. You see Martin is in the house. Martin, if you want to join in, of course, I believe I sent you the link as well, so feel free to jump on in. I just want to welcome everybody to Canoehound's Outdoor Adventure Show, a show that brings you closer to the great outdoors, and the show is geared towards bringing you hot topics, and interviews with YouTube creators and outdoor personalities that we all love to watch and enjoy. So that's our whole goal of this whole thing, and is to have some fun and to make some good friends. We're live here every Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. and we hope you'll join you, of course. And just wanted to pop out a bit of news from today. This week, I posted up a fun little video that my wife did there. It was a Christmas movie challenge. I'd been challenged by a friend of mine on YouTube here and thought that I would put together my video and get that up. So hopefully you had a chance to watch that, because if you have watched it already, you stand a better chance tonight of winning some swag, because I'm changing up the giveaway format for the actual giveaway tonight. So if you've watched it, you're one step ahead of the others, but not to say that there's a couple questions there that might not be easily answered by anybody who may not have seen it. And if you haven't seen it, rush off and watch it. So, excuse me, that's all good. Once again, if you haven't already done so, please do hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and hit that thumbs up if you're enjoying the live stream tonight. It really does help me out and helps the channel get noticed more by YouTube when it sees interaction from people like yourselves. So if you guys don't mind, and if you can, please do hit that thumbs up. Once again, if anybody has any hot topics or guests that they'd like to see on the show, please do drop me an email at canoehound@gmail.com, and I will do my best to look into it. I'm working hard right now on a good lineup for 2020, and things are starting to shape up. I'm getting a couple of good recipients coming into the show that will be joining us as guests, and we got a few hot topics that'll be playing into the whole thing as well. So, like I say, if you have any ideas for me, please do send them over. I can try and contact anybody that you might want to see on the show and ask questions from. And if we do that, basically, hey, all I can do is check in with them and see if they'll be on the show, right? So that's a good thing. I've had a couple no's, but I've had many maybes and a couple yeses, so that's a good thing. And let's see here. Just before I do invite my first guest onto the live panel tonight, I have a couple of announcements as far as dates. The next 2 Tuesdays, there will not be any show. Reason being is next Tuesday is actually Christmas Eve, and the following Tuesday would be New Year's Eve. So I have family commitments, obviously, and that's something that I won't be able to make the show. But we will be returning on January 7th for a new season of Canoehound's Outdoor Adventure Show. And you can get any updates and upcoming show listings on my Facebook page, which can be found at Canoehound's Outdoor Adventure Show. So definitely get on there, like that, and you guys will be all in tune with what we got coming up in the future here. Got a couple neat things planned for you tonight. Like I say, I've got a couple guests. Let's see here. If anybody wants to pop up on panel tonight, I'm going to drop the link here very quickly. If you could snatch that up, and we'll try and get a couple of you on screen here, and we can get a little Christmas cheer and a little Christmas banter, and perhaps a few Christmas toasts going here. And yeah, we get everybody feeling good with the Christmas spirit. So go find your best Santa or elf hat and join in on the party. So I'm just going to drop the link here, and it's only going to be up here for a minute because there's been a lot of issues of late with a lot of people that I follow. They're all getting trolled and hit hard. So I will not be leaving the link up, and that's why I send out personal invitations. But anybody that's in here now, I see everybody is regular followers. So if anybody wants to pop on, spread some cheer, whether it's for a minute or for a half an hour or the next hour, feel free to do so. This is the link here. And when you do try to log in, if you could please just turn off the volume on your YouTube feed, okay? That's the little volume button in the bottom left-hand corner. It'd be down here, right around here for you. Yep. And if you can just shut that off so that we don't get feedback, but leave the volume on your computer on so that you can hear each other on the stream through StreamYard. So if anybody wants to grab that stuff, I see Martin's in the house here and a couple others. So I'm just going to drop this link right now so that just bear with me for a second. I want to get rid of that bad boy. And come on. Computer's going in slow motion for me tonight. There we go. Remove that link. Awesome. Okay, so here we are. We're ready to go. So I'd like to introduce to you tonight my first guest. If anybody watched my last video, you would have seen this guest, and no, it's not my wife. It was at the very end of the video. This is my good friend, Farting Santa. How you doing tonight, Santa?
I'm glad this is a convertible.
Oh, yes, I'm glad it's a convertible too. And then we got a good friend here, Martin. How you doing tonight, Martin?
Very well, thanks. Thanks for the invite.
Hey,
I'm afraid I don't have a Santa hat, as you know, but this was pre-approved by you, so
yes.
There we go.
You know
I got my nice wool winter cap.
There we go. If I could reach down, I would grab that and snatch it right off your head right now.
Oh, it's better than you realize. It's got ear flaps that come down.
There you go. What's the name for them? We figured that out one day before.
Well, I think somebody thought it was like an Elmer Fudd cap.
Yeah. It's actually a name for them. I forget what it is.
I think you're thinking deer stalker cap, but it's not a deer stalker.
No. There's even geez. It'll pop into my head. And we got over here. We got Sue. How you doing, Sue?
I'm good.
Good.
Hi,
Good
Sue.
to see ya. Merry Christmas to everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. So what's everybody got going on? Got Christmas shopping all done and taken care of?
Pretty much.
Mark almost choked on that one.
Well, no, that's an inside joke. I should let you in on that. I actually don't do Christmas. About 20 years ago, my wife and I decided, why do we do Christmas? We don't have kids. My wife is Jewish, not religious at all, but Jewish. And so growing up, Christmas didn't mean much to her. Right. My childhood upbringing was that of a Jehovah's Witness. And Jehovah's Witnesses, they don't celebrate Christmas. I'm not a Jehovah's Witness now. I sort of shed that in adolescence. But the point is, Christmas has never felt like it was really mine. So as we're sort of getting older, we thought, we're running around, we're buying gifts, we're decorating, we're doing all this stuff. And Christmas doesn't even speak to us. Why are we doing it? So we just gave it up about 20 years ago. We just said, okay, we're not decorating, we're not buying a tree, we're not participating in these sort of obligatory gift exchange. We get to avoid the sort of the crass commercialism that Christmas can turn into if you allow it to do that to you. And we're just going to enjoy some downtime and spend time with our friends because people have time off at this time of year and just have a good time. And so that's what we've been doing. So no, I have not done my Christmas shopping, not in 20 years. But I do enjoy the
guy.
I'm the Grinch. I'm the Grinch who swore off Christmas.
Hey, it's okay to be the Grinch.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not even, we celebrate Christmas and I love this time of year. The only thing I don't like about it is the commercialism. It's such a stressful time of year. I had black hair before this show, right? And it's like gray and going away now, right? But it's just a stressful time of year. But you know what? I like the family aspect of it, and of course, every I get my good friend here, Farting Santa, comes out. He's got about 20 different fart jokes, so that's cool.
That was the best part of your Christmas video was how childlike you looked when you started sort of giggling and cackling about how you love this little farting Santa. It was a side of you I had not seen.
I love that thing. Sorry, I like fart jokes. What can I say, right? How about yourself, Sue?
I mean, who doesn't like those?
I know, right? Oh, jeez. How about you? You got the big tree up and all the decorations up and stuff?
We got some decorations up, yeah.
Yeah.
This came out today because my son had a crazy hat day, so I knew it was within easy reach.
Yeah. You know, the worst part of that video was that silly suit my wife made me wear. She bought that for me about 3 or 4 years ago. She says, I bought you this and you have to put it on every Christmas morning and you have to go wake the kids up, right? Well, my daughters are like, right now, they're like 27 and 24, right? And it's like, really? I got to wear this? I did 1 year. And that's when my parents stayed over and I went and woke my dad up wearing that thing. And he almost fell off the bed laughing. So, and that, I think yesterday or the other day when I shot that video was the next time I wore it since then. So, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I got that. I'll get that.
I was like, hello? Is it Santa?
Yeah, it could be. It could be. I just want to say hi to a few people in the chat here. If anybody has any questions or wants to pipe in, we got room for 2 more people up here, actually. So, once again, I'm going to drop the link really quick.
I figured I'd come in now.
Yeah, well, you know what? People could pop in and out there. Tonight's no real theme. It's Christmas theme, but like no real topic except for a bunch of banter. I couldn't find a guest for tonight, so I said this is going to be the next best thing. Is let's spread a little fellowship and cheer, right?
Nice.
And have a couple of cocktails. What the heck, right? Because this is not for children. Even though Santa's on screen, not for children. Just wanted to say hi to a few people in the chat here. We got Brian J's in the house, Common Sense with Elizabeth, Hike with Mike, It Gets Real, Nate Muskoka's in the house, Lucho de Bosque. I'll get that one. I trip over that every week now, but I know who he is. We got Crazy Ann. We got Ethan from Avid Outdoorsy Guy. And actually, Ethan and I are planning a trip in the spring. It should be a good time. Looking forward to that one. Dan Mailot just popped into the house. Mama Bear's backpack. Gee, I wonder if it's too early. Can I make another announcement? Is that okay with everybody?
Sure.
It's actually a good announcement. I've been informed that it's actually Mama Bear's birthday today.
Ooh.
It is.
Mama Bear's birthday.
Mama
So,
Bear.
Karen, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Karen. Happy birthday to you. For sure, happy birthday, people. Throw some cakes and emojis on the screen if you want. And here, Santa's got a message for you, Karen.
Oh, my bag's a little lighter now.
Did you make out what that said?
I heard something. My bag's a little lighter.
Bag's a little lighter now. Thanks, Santa. That's awesome. Happy birthday, Karen. That's awesome. It's great to be 29 again, I'm sure. And I'm just going to drop that link one more time if anybody wants to jump up. We got room for 2 more. Or I could kick Santa off the screen and have room for 3 more. I don't want to leave this link up for too long just because of a lot that's been going on with YouTube these days. So look at Mama Bear's blushing. That's awesome. That's awesome. So you know what? One thing I wanted to talk about tonight, though, I kind of lied earlier. I do want to cover a couple of topics that would be awesome. Just want to know, like, Martin, you told me one time of a place where you buy gear for your wife, called it's a website.
Oh yeah, it's called The Last Hunt.
The Last Hunt. Okay, yeah, and I've actually been on that site, and they do have some good deals on there.
Yeah. So for those people who aren't familiar with The Last Hunt, it's a website where companies that sell outdoor gear, that have a lot of remainder stuff, year-end stuff, clearance stuff, sell their gear through The Last Hunt. So I guess The Last Hunt is just like a clearinghouse for various companies. And I'm not talking about Walmart brand stuff or Canadian Tire stuff. I'm talking about real sort of hardcore camping and canoeist gear, brands like Arc'teryx and Marmot and so forth. And so over the years, I bought a lot of gear there. We bought backpacks, an X-Ped down sleeping pad, a sleeping bag, a winter sleeping bag. I mean, just lots and lots of gear over the years. And the prices are anywhere between 20% off to 60% off. I bought my wife a jacket 2 winters ago, a Fjall Raven women's down pack jacket, and it cost hundreds and hundreds of dollars. It was really extravagant. We would not have bought it except that it was 55% off.
Wow.
So you have to go there and you have to go back and check it out and stuff like that. I'm not endorsing it because they're giving me anything. It's just a site that I've used for a long, long time. There's just terrific gear there, and you just sort of have to wait for stuff that you want to come up because it's clearance. It's not, they don't have a store of stuff that they keep on the shelves all the time. You just have to check in periodically to see what they have and see how long it's on sale for. And if something doesn't move, if it's sort of sitting there for a while, the price will drop and drop and drop over time. You got to be careful though, because when there's only a couple of those items left or one item left, you might not be the one that gets it. Someone, so it's a bit like an auction. Sometimes you have to act fast if you see the things that you like. But I have gotten great gear that way. I've never had a problem. I've always delivered the products very, very quickly. Everything has been exactly as they said. It's all new stuff that they sell. But it is at a clearance price. So if you're buying something that comes in a certain size and you haven't tried it on first somewhere else, you better make sure that you do, because it might not fit you and then you won't be able to return it.
Yeah. I heard you
to
speak of it, and I picked up a footprint for my North Face tent, and I didn't even know they existed until I looked at it. I go, hey, that's my branded tent, right? And I went and checked it out. It's like, I'm buying that thing. It was regular like $89, and I got it for $40.
Yeah,
$39.95 or something like that. So
yeah, that's typical.
It was a pretty good deal. So any of you that might be looking for something, it might be a hidden gem if you don't already know about it, because I didn't know about it until you mentioned it in that one stream that one time. So
we're on the subject of possible Christmas gifts. I have something I'd like to announce, if that's okay.
Sure. Yeah.
The Ontario Backcountry Canoeing Symposium, which is scheduled in April this year. Tickets have been on sale for a couple of months now. That event, which is all the way in April, is already 50% sold out.
50%.
And the tickets are really, really cheap. How much is a ticket? I can't even remember.
$15, $16.
Yeah, for an adult, it's something like $15, right?
Yeah.
It's really cheap for a whole day of listening to talks given by people in the paddling community and the backcountry camping community, and the vendors are there with displaying their gear and selling gear. You get to interact and talk with them, and you get to sort of rub shoulders and talk to people like Dennis and me and Sue and the speakers and the vendors. It's just a great day. It's just a lot of fun. So I recommend it as a stocking stuffer or as a gift for someone, or maybe as a gift to yourself. Treat yourself. Get the tickets. Hey, happy birthday!
There she is. There's the birthday girl.
Thank you.
Hey, Dan.
There we go. Hats on, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
How was dinner tonight?
It was good. It was good. We went for steak with lobster and shrimp, cream sauce, and it was pretty good.
So I get to see you on my birthday, I hope.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I like shrimp and lobster and stuff. So
yeah. So we bumped Farting Santa. Pardon
me?
We bumped Farting Santa.
He'll be making appearances here and there.
Okay. All right.
He's down in the green room there. But back to what Martin was saying, that's definitely a great idea for inexpensive gift idea. I bought myself 2 of them gifts already, so yeah. And I don't even know who I'm taking, so
Yeah, I get my ticket.
Girl. Yeah, definitely don't want to miss that. Like I say, the winter camping symposium was my very first one I'd ever been to, and I was more than impressed. So I think Dave's got a regular in me. So
will we be tailgating again?
You know what? I mentioned that, and I think so.
It's a great way to connect and chat while we're all there, right? So. Yeah. Just chinwag for a few minutes.
Oh yeah, well, and we didn't have to go far to have something to eat. Obviously, right out to the parking lot, and we were back on time. So Yeah, that worked out well. I'll bring the sausages again next year if you guys want to bring the barbecue again.
Sure.
Yeah. So, yeah, Martin, the hat's called a Stormy Cromer. I think Nate
Really?
Muskoka mentioned. Is that the correct name for that hat?
News to me. Never heard
Oh,
of
really?
Stormy what?
Stormy Cromer.
Cromer.
Yeah, I
Sounds
believe
like-
that sounds like what?
Sounds like some kind of medical condition.
Yeah, here,
Cromer. Oh, I've got a
Yours,
Cromer.
Angela?
I think I've got a tumor.
Stormy Cromer.
Hmm.
So,
Thanks,
yeah.
Nate.
I'd love to have one of them hats, but I'm allergic to wool, so I'd probably have a big blown up head, all itchy.
Oh well, it's lined on the inside. There's some kind of felty cottony material. I don't know what it is. It's actually not cotton. It's something else, but it's not wool. So you wouldn't have that directly in contact with your skin. So you'd be good.
Yeah, we'll have to try that out one day. So,
It
I don't know.
works.
This is making my head hot already.
Company.
yeah, same here. I have a hard time wearing anything but a baseball cap.
I guess I should be wearing this, shouldn't I?
Yeah, there you go. Black, right? I got to get one of them in black and gold though, so I could have Hamilton Tiger Cat colors. So not Ottawa Red Blacks.
I don't play golf, so I don't get the right.
There you
answer.
go. Yeah, me neither.
I had to get some custom work done on mine because I have a really big melon. So I had to add a piece to it. Karen did that.
Nice.
That's funny.
I have a huge head.
Oh wow. Yeah. So what do we got here? So yeah, Nate Muskoka here. I'll just put his comment up. Is the original manufacturer of that hat style and still makes them. So, but I imagine if yours was a Stormy Cromer, I have a hard time saying it even. It would probably have a tag inside that would say that, right? So. Yeah. Geez.
Have you tried this one?
Oh, that's one of the Flying Monkey Brewery Company.
Yeah. Killer Cupcake Panda.
I haven't had that one yet. No.
Pretty good.
I like their Juicy Ass is a good one, and what's the other one? That's Sparkle Puff.
Sparkle Puff, yeah. There's a few of them.
Like, what's that? Like 20% alcohol or something? That one there will put you right on your behind if you drink a couple of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got my Great Lakes Pompous Ass going tonight. Yeah.
Nice.
You like that one too?
Yeah.
You like that one?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If it's an IPA, I like it. So.
Yeah, I think I had a couple.
Mine's a cherry sour tonight.
What do you?
Cherry sour?
Cherry sour.
Oh,
No, never tried that.
is that a cider or beer?
It's a beer. Cherry
Okay.
sour and vanilla.
Ah, wow.
Mm.
I've never. There's only one flavor I've ever had of these
I
types
might
of
like
beers,
that
and
one.
that's the like the Mandarin. There's a local brewery here in town, and they make a beer called the Mandarina with no name, and it's got Mandarin orange in it, orange flavoring in it. Just a hint. It's pretty nice. So,
Yeah. One's out of Scarborough. It's pretty good.
Scarborough.
Yeah.
Yeah, got to support the local guys, right?
Local. I had to drive like a few hours.
Well, okay, like Southern Ontario, or yeah.
Yeah.
Like these guys are from Toronto. I didn't go there to pick it up, but yeah. Although I was in Toronto, I took the family. We went and seen. Anybody ever heard of Ross Petty?
No.
He's a producer, and he puts on every year around this time. He puts on like a spoof of a Disney type of play. Like last year, he had it was a spoof on. What was it? Actually, well, it wasn't Disney, but a spoof on Wizard of Oz. Year before was Peter Pan with Tinkerbell. Year
Never heard
before that
of
was
it before.
Christmas Carol. This year was actually called Little Red Robin Hood. And it's a very family friendly show, but they throw in, there's a lot of kids, they throw in some real sliders for the adults that only go right over a kid's head. So yeah, pretty entertaining. Look it up. It's at the Elgin Theater. Nice little family outing for sure.
Gonna have to look into this.
Yeah. Well, don't expect you to, but no, it's actually a really fun time. We've gone the last 4 years, and we've gone just because it's really a fun time, right? So, and it gets us together as a family.
Sorry, I have to drop out for a few. I'll be back shortly if there's still room. Okay. Sorry, I have to drop out.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks.
Take
See you
care.
later, Martin.
If anybody else in the chat wants to jump in, right now we'll get Farting Santa back up. How you been, Santa?
Lucho.
Oh, that's a stocking stuffer.
Oh, that's a stocking stuffer. I actually invited Lucho up, and he said he's a little shy tonight.
Oh,
Yeah. But if he wants to pop on up, he can. Maybe Crazy Ann might want to come up. She's a friend from another friend's chat. So I'm going to paste this up here really quick. If you want to pop in, Ann, pop on up. We're going to get rid of this really quick. So I just to fill you in, I know I've mentioned it already, but a lot of these people that I follow their live streams on a nightly basis, they've been getting inundated with these like spam bots and these like guys. They just come in and they'll throw all the lewd comments up and they'll start digging into your history or whatever, and they start posting things under that you don't want them to see, pretty much. So I'm trying to be very very quick and easy with this here. Well, you know what? It actually gets gets threatening at some points.
mm-hmm.
Oh, that's awkward.
Yeah, it's not been fun at all for those involved. Oh, I see somebody else down here in the basement too, but I'll be with you in 1 sec there, Sean. I just want to get rid of this link here in a second. And there we go. So it is gone. Okay, and back to StreamYard. And look at this, we got Mr. Rolly in the house.
Hey, how's it going?
Not bad. Yourself. There's the hat. Good one.
Uh-huh. Yeah, baby.
Sean's feeling a little horny tonight.
Oh dear.
Oh, dear. How's everybody doing?
We're doing all right. Tonight's just going to be a fun night of just banter and yeah, that's about it.
Banter.
just some banter.
Well, I know you guys had all said what you're drinking. I've got Whitewater Brewing Company Midnight Stout Oatmeal Milk Stout.
Oatmeal milk stout.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing what these guys turn into beer anymore, eh?
Darker than dark.
That's good.
But it's really good. If you like Guinness, you definitely like this.
No.
I'm like a one dark heavy beer guy. I'll have one of them, and then I got to move back to something later.
Oh, I can drink them all night long.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cool,
thank
man.
you.
Your 200th episode. It was awesome.
It was, 3 hours long or something like that?
Yeah. I seen that pop up there when I pulled it up on screen. It's like, holy crap, 3 hours, eh? And I was actually doing a vehicle install for a local dealership, and I had the chat going while I was working, so it made the 3 hour install go really smoothly. So yeah.
Well, yeah, it's. I mean, when you get three guys that like to talk, and you put them in a room,
Yeah.
with microphones, and you hit record, and then you start out, like I say, with a couple of questions. And with one of those guys is Kevin Callan, and the other two are Derek and myself. Yeah, 3 hours is easy.
Yeah.
It's at the end of the episode, he's telling us to get out because he had to make dinner for his daughter. You know, it comes to a point where, but yeah, you know what? It was a lot of fun, and we constantly make something like that, 2 episodes, but we said, you know what? Let everybody listen to a big double, triple episode.
Well, you know what? I had no problem doing it. So if I don't, I listen to it in pieces, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you'd have broke it up, you would have forgot everything that just sort of rolled together, right?
Yeah. Well, and as I was looking for places to cut it, it was like, you know what? Yeah, it's going to lose its flow. So, whatever.
Well, it was funny how the 200th.
And unlike,
200th no, go ahead.
Unlike you who are taking the break the next couple of weeks, we apparently are not. So Boxing Day, there will be a new episode, and January 2nd, there will be a new episode.
Oh, that one should be interesting.
We just, I know there, New Year's Eve, we'll just get hammered and record.
Oh,
Yep. No, that's all right. I don't think my wife would let me do it.
No, we just do everything. We manage our schedules because, like I say, we're not recording tonight, which is our usual record night, because his daughter is doing the Christmas play, and he wouldn't be showing up till 11 o'clock tonight to record. And that's not happening.
No.
Yeah. Well, besides, I got to start my Christmas shopping on the 24th. So
You say that like you're the only one.
apparently not.
My parking spot when I'm done.
Apparently not. Holy man. No, that's funny. But I got a kick out of how you guys were conversing, and then all of a sudden it turned into a chat about smoking stuff.
Oh, it turned into everything. I mean, you heard how Kevin started the show.
Yeah.
We were on for a whole, 30 seconds, and it turned into talking about farts. Yeah, it's like, I don't know what that has to do with paddling.
Who's that?
Who's there?
Oh, yeah. Looks
That
like
was fun.
the storms are brewing. That's funny. Yeah, that's right. I remember that too, because when I heard him talking about that, I was thinking about my buddy here, Farting Santa, right? So, yeah. There he is. Another appearance. Okay, it's getting old now.
That never gets old.
Yeah, that's what I say. I bring him out my wife brings him out and presents him to me every year. Here you go. Here you go.
Does he have fresh batteries?
Fresh battery. Yeah, plug right in his ass here.
And I noticed the bottom of your mug when you tipped it up there.
Oh, yes. That got a lot of attention last week. Advertising space for sale, right?
It's got a Canoehound sticker on the bottom. I love it.
Last week when Kevin was on, he come on and he's got one of his books and he puts his book at the bottom and he tips it up at the same time. Right? He's got his
Just wait till I get my stickers.
yeah. No, hey, for sure. Yeah. That's good. So I was asking earlier there, everybody all done their shopping and stuff's all getting caught up?
A little bit.
A little bit?
Not at all.
Next night.
Deliveries are done coming in by Friday, I hope.
Yeah, Amazon Prime, right?
Yeah.
Actually, I was on Amazon the other day, and like I try not to shop on that stuff because small businessman, I like to shop local if I can. But there's just some things on there that I can't find in my area, right? So I was on there, and on Amazon they got a section on there called warehouse deals, which I guess is like a lot of return stuff or stuff that has damaged packaging and stuff. And I bought a few things on there. My water filter, the Canoehound water filter, and I picked up a Mora knife for $14, brand new.
Oh my!
Right, and like I opened it up, and you can tell it's been opened, but there's nothing wrong with it. The thing cuts paper like you wouldn't believe, and because I cut a lot of paper, right? And
well, yeah. Is that the companion?
Pardon me?
Is that the companion?
It's the Companion HD High Vis Orange Carbon Steel blade. $14. Even if I had a nick out of it, I would have still kept it and just sharpened it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So another Christmas gift for Canoehound here.
Another Christmas gift for Dennis?
At least you know you're getting what you want.
My wife might be listening. Shh. The dog bought it for me. Molly bought it for me. Yeah. Oh, look at Elizabeth says farts are funny at any age.
And if that's all it takes to make you laugh and have a good day is a good fart joke, how bad can your life be?
There you go.
Right?
There's a new line.
My 90-year-old mother laughs at fart jokes.
You think that would fly? Fart radio?
I don't know. I'm sure there's out there somewhere. There's an internet. It's out there.
Oh, geez.
Oh, boy.
I don't want to Google that.
You know you're gonna.
So somebody might be listening tonight. What do you guys like? What would you all like for Christmas? If Santa was listening in.
I want a hot tent and stove.
A hot tent or a stove?
Yeah, it's not happening this year, but I do want one really soon.
The hot tent and a stove, or just the hot tent?
The hot tent with a stove. Yeah.
Cool.
Really soon.
Oh, and there's the other flirting Santa.
Oh, it's trouble.
Let that guy in again.
Somebody's still got their Kevin. You might want to turn off the YouTube volume if you still got it on.
Where am I, Rick? What's going on? How you doing?
Bertram.
Oh my lord! What? I don't even know where I am right now. Oh,
Mexico.
You're right here. You're right in front of us.
I am. Oh,
Merry Christmas.
Ooh, he's going old leopard print.
Nice.
no. Or I could. I don't know. I got a mixed match of. Which one?
Robin Hood.
No, I'm an elf.
Oh,
Oh, and by the way, when I
Yeah.
think of a thing on Facebook with Mrs. Claus and me, that wasn't a sexual thing. That was just a nice photo. What's
that
wrong
turned
with you, Sean?
into.
Sean, you have issues.
Wait, what? I'm lost here. What?
Well, actually, Christine posted a really nice photo of her dressed as Mrs. Claus waiting for
Yeah,
the
and you were
carols.
behind. Yeah,
And I'm in the background with this hat on going,
right.
and all of a sudden it becomes like, oh, whip and crap stuff. Sean, what the hell's wrong with
Wasn't me.
you? Oh, really?
Yeah, maybe it must have been another Sean.
No, it was Pine Martin.
Oh, it was a Pine Martin.
Oh,
Pine Martin. They look the same. You can't tell us apart.
Oh, okay. I see the picture. I know what you're talking about.
great. So
I thought that was a pretty nice picture.
this,
Ooh, I like that pillow.
Look
We
at
were going to
that.
steal it.
Look at that.
Oh, it's one of those sequin
like-
ones.
Yeah. It's. I'm going back to the 70s for sure.
If you're
Oh,
at the
my Lord.
bottom portion of that, will it show off his snowballs? No. Did I say it out loud?
You're all like, that's just wrong.
I'm disappearing for half a second.
Oh, look, see, I made Sean leave.
Actually, I love that little video you had on Facebook. All you fellas there singing.
Oh no! Tomorrow would be the big. Oh my lord! We did well. It could be really bad, but so the Birch Bark guys did another Christmas thing, right? So I said, yeah. How do you want me involved? I am Kevin from Home Alone.
Oh,
And we shot the scene in my house. It took us half a day because they wanted me to say the lines like perfectly. And Aquavelva, like that after
Aquavelva.
oh my god, it burns. It burns. So yeah, that was interesting. So so they're going to post that tomorrow. I think they're editing it right now. So yeah.
here's a good comment. Oh wow, farts the cookie. That was way to go, Brian. You got that one quick.
That's exactly what happens when we sit down with Kevin.
Yeah.
No, Sean, I'm never going to get on your show again. I'm sorry. Like really, like you left my house 4 days later. Okay.
Well, we couldn't say just 3 this time.
Oh God.
Yeah. And my wife wishes everybody a Merry Christmas here as well.
Merry Christmas.
And
We were waiting for Kevin to order us pizza and stuff like that, and he just never. So eventually he said, "Oh, I got to feed my daughter," and we left.
well, actually, I literally stood up from the
Wondering
table and I
that.
said, "Get
How
the
come
hell
you
out
didn't
of
make
my
this guy dinner. Yeah. Those are your words, pretty much, eh? You didn't invite the guys over for dinner.
So, Dennis, you've never experienced these two at your house. They don't leave.
Well, you know what happened though? Kevin was sitting there complaining. I said, "I got to make my daughter dinner. I'm going to pull something out of a box or whatever." Derek is, "Well, you can drop me off at home, and apparently I'm going to have to order a pizza or something." I got home. My daughter had made roast beef, lamb, roast potatoes, all these veggies and everything. Oh, I sat down to a king's meal when I got home. Sucked to be you. Sucked to be Derek.
My daughter cracked dinner that night after you guys left because she was starving.
She was coming down the stairs. "I'm wasting away, Dad."
Oh, jeez.
What are you drinking tonight, Kevin?
Huh?
What are you drinking this evening?
Oh, and I just started because I just got home. Well, whiskey. Surprise, surprise. I'm drinking Tausker because someone mailed me it.
Oh, look at that. That's a big beer coaster you got there.
That's what he did last week, eh?
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I haven't got that book. There it is.
Oh, I got that one.
What we're playing tonight?
All right, right.
He's doing that book thing. All the books.
Oh my god, I got to work tomorrow. All right.
There.
Oh, I got that one
He's
too.
got like 17 of them coasters to go through.
Oh,
They're still in a pile on your Chris
I gotta stop.
Got a refill. There we go.
Oh my lord.
There's something you got to see in this book. This fella right there,
Yeah.
salt of the earth.
Yeah, he should not sign books with me, okay?
Oh,
Andy?
that's Andy.
We are right, the rest are wrong. Cheers, Andy Baxter.
Well, and you know what he got for Christmas? And he doesn't look at social media, so he won't know. He got two presents. One is his family got Paul Mason's new board game of Whitewater Rescue.
Yeah.
What's that?
They got that. And he gets my old tent and stove because I just I bought a new stove a couple of days ago. It just arrived. And so he gets the original snow trucker that I got years ago, and my old stove that's falling apart that's just rusted all to hell, and that's what he's getting for Christmas.
Wait, you're giving away garage sale stuff to your buddy?
Yeah, well, why not? It's good time.
I would have given that for his birthday, not Christmas.
No, he got a piece of coal for his birthday.
To go in the new stuff. And he can burn in the new stove.
No, I'm not giving. No, I got a new stove, and he got the old stove and my old tent, and a board game. Like,
And a board game.
yeah, he should be.
I wish
all
my
for
friends
that.
would give me a hot tent.
Yeah.
What's the board game, Kevin?
What are you gonna
As
do
the
to
wind
get a
up
tent,
started.
Kevin?
It's got a lot of holes in it, but it's
I
fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Kevin's got to have a garage sale next year.
I had a garage sale when I moved from my old place to here, and not many people knew when I was moving, whatever. But I needed to get rid of some stuff because I had no room. So I had a garage sale, and literally in 12 minutes, I timed it. 12 minutes, everything was gone. Even a couple of canoes. I cried. You really get connected to your gear. Like you can get rid of everything in your life to change your life, whatever. But your camp gear, no.
Yeah.
That collects in my garage till the day I'm dead.
Okay, so what? So we're all talking about gear for Christmas. So what's the piece of gear that you did get for Christmas long ago, but you still cherish to this day? And Mama Bear, I'm putting pressure on you because you haven't said a word.
Thanks, Kevin.
Her 29th birthday today, Kevin.
What? Really?
Aaron's 29th birthday today.
I thought you're turning 19. I just didn't know this.
Thank you.
She looks good for 29. There we go.
Awesome. No, I know.
It's funny considering my son's 31.
Well, what's it like having a birthday near Christmas? Is it sort of like, oh, this sucks because like you get half the gifts or what? Like,
Growing up, yes, it was. You get, fewer gifts than you would, you see everybody else getting. But I'm being spoiled this year. This makes up for it all.
well, I know.
She looks over at Dan. I'm getting spoiled this year.
Well, yeah, Dan has a big head.
Yeah.
I'm getting a bowl with the mixer.
The bowl with the mixer, yeah.
Vacuum bags with the vacuum. Spoiled.
Oh my lord, you're out of control, Sean. This is terrible.
That's Christmas in our house, buddy.
Yeah. So Kevin, in that little video,
Happy birthday, Josie.
what was that? Gary the Puppet, one of those guys, or I seen Gary the Puppet there.
You will see Gary tomorrow. They'll post it tomorrow. Gary's involved in the new. Oh my Lord! And yes, Gary will be on your show. He's very excited about it.
Cool.
And
So much that's been recent.
the Christmas special we filmed with Gary was just wrong. It's just wrong.
Oh dear.
You say that about a lot of things.
No. What we did is that because we're all friends. I don't work for Bridgeport Media. I just hang around with those guys. But they said, we want you to involve this year. And what they did is they chose their favorite canoe movie, like or Christmas movie, like you did, Dennis. And so I came in late, so they chose one for me. It was Kevin on Home Alone, but Gary chose Die Hard. So at the very opening scene, he comes in and they block it, whatever. But he goes, "Hey, you mother!" Blah blah blah. That whole scene, "I'll kill you, you mother!" Blah. I was like, but that's when I walked into the studio. Is when they're filming that. I was like, "What are you guys doing?" "Well, we're filming our Christmas special."
Nice, Nate.
Wow, it's different.
Yeah.
It's always good to work with people in the arts.
Can I show that? Has anybody seen the video that I'm talking about with Kevin in it?
No.
Okay, can I show that, Kevin?
Which one? What?
The video there, the one I was talking about that you posted today.
What? They posted today?
Well, no. Well, I don't know. It's the one that's got a couple little elves on it, and they're singing and dancing.
Oh, that's
You're actually wearing that hat, I think.
Yeah, no, that's an old one. Yeah, and Hey, look, I am a good dancer, Dennis. Okay,
You are. You can cut a rug, buddy. You can cut a rug. Yep.
After 5 or 6 whiskeys, yeah.
For anybody under 35 in the chat, cutting a rug is dancing. Okay. I said that to my son-in-law. I go, "Hey, man, at your wedding, I got to cut a rug," and he goes, "What?" Okay, settle down. I got to explain this to you. Yeah.
But my daughter helped me a lot with my family Christmas. So you guys have met me before, right? So I'm the quiet one in my family, and even though that's a joke, I am the very quiet one. My 3 sisters are older than I, and very boisterous. Oh my Lord! So there was, well, I don't know if you've seen literally my place is just here, right? So it's very small, and I had 24 Callens here on Saturday. And nice. I was so worried about the septic blowing up. And they thought it was a joke. And I literally put signs up saying, "If it's yellow, let it mellow." And I was even going to get one of those porta potties and stuff like that. And they're like, so they're all from, they're from the city, and they come up and they were like, "Oh, we're going to Kevin's in the north." I went, "North? Like, I live in the Kawarthas. That's not north." And they have to haul up my laneway because there's no parking area, and it was the snow happened, right? And they left saying, "How do you live in this far north?" I was like, "It's freaking north of Peterborough, for the love of God."
That's when you need a friend with a dog sled to zip by.
Oh no, I played some jokes. So I put my hot tent up on the front of my place. I should have filmed that. And so I had no room for anybody to sleep over. But if you need to sleep over and not get a taxi, that's where you're sleeping. Nobody stayed. And I got. So,
that was a great deterrent, wasn't it?
Oh, it was. And the police station is 2 blocks up from my house. And Michael, he's a police officer, local guy, and he said, "I'll go and arrest them all." Oh my God, it was hilarious. Yeah. There we are. Dancing.
There we are. Oh, you know what? It's bogging my internet right down here. But Kevin's in the back right here, and look at the moves. He's got the moves like Jagger. He's got the moves like Jagger.
And then I had to take Advil for like 3 days afterwards, but
I wonder if it'll get the speed up a bit here.
Oh, there's Gary on the right.
Gary the puppet.
Yeah, he's just sitting there chilling out. Oh, it's caught at the end. Anyways, that was a fun video. Check it out on Kevin's Facebook channel, actually, or Facebook page. Yep.
You guys would relate to this. It's really fun to now and then to hang around with people. Like I work in the arts, right? So I work in either outdoor ed or work at CPT or work in film, and we're all very unique individuals, and which is really good. But to go into a group of guys that don't canoe or camp at all, and just laugh at the happy camper, like what the heck is this, Kevin? And just for them to joke about it, and it's really funny. And someone came in. It was actually they were delivering mail the other day, and I was there working. And she came in and she goes, "Oh, you're the happy camper. Oh, you inspired me. I went out camping with my kids, blah, 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 blah." And I looked at all these people I worked at. They're all looking, and I said, "See, it makes a difference to get in the woods." Okay, go to hell.
Mhm.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Dennis? What was your favorite? Going back to what was your favorite Christmas movie?
My favorite. What was my favorite Christmas movie from that video?
Yeah.
Home Alone. So I can't wait to see you playing Kevin.
I really worked hard on that. Actually.
Yeah.
The only thing is that the towel kept going down, and you could see my nipples, and I didn't like that, so I had to retake it.
You didn't like your own nipples? Kevin doesn't like his own nipples?
It was just uncomfortable.
Hey, they're your nipples, buddy.
Anything for show business, right?
Yeah, it was all volunteer stuff. It had nothing to do with anything except I said, "Yes, guys, I will do this," and then why did I? Yeah. But the whole scream thing. Oh, you would love this. So when he put the aftershave on and he screamed, so they put the camera up close and I screamed, and we took 7 takes of that scream because the producer kept on saying, "No, it's more of a when he screamed." So we retook it. My neighbors, because they all live at home, because all retired, right? And they're all like, "Is someone dying in there?" Yeah, it was funny. It was funny. Actually, the best one was I think her name is Brittany. She works there. Her favorite film was Elf, where she shoves in the spaghetti.
Yeah.
And she put
maple syrup.
She did the whole thing. She did the maple syrup, the not mushrooms, of course, the marshmallows and everything, and woofed it in. And they retook it 3 times. So when you see that scene, imagine her with that. And she did not, because I actually put the puke bucket beside her. I go, "Just spit it out. You don't need to swallow it all. Just spit the whole thing out." And she goes, No, I'm fine. And oh my God, at the end of the day, she was done. Yeah, it was not good. She felt it very ill.
Wow.
So, favorite Christmas movie?
Yes.
December 24th, Yorkton, Saskatchewan. Star Trek: The Motion Picture.
What?
Was that a Christmas movie?
Isn't it? Star Trek.
It came out at Christmas.
Hey, it came out at Christmas. I don't care. It's Star Trek.
That came out at Christmas.
That is when I figured out every year we go to a movie on the 24th, but Mom never comes along. Could never figure out why. What is Mom doing at home? What is Mom doing at home while Dad takes all the kids out of the house December 24th?
Wrapping presents.
Oh.
Ding. Star Wars, baby. Star Wars at Christmas Eve. Those are my Christmas movies. And
you know what?
this Thursday, the final Star Wars is coming out.
Do you think it'll really be the final one?
Let's see here. I'm going to pop up some of everybody's favorites here. We got Common Sense with Elizabeth. She loves Elf. I think that was my number 3 favorite.
Oh, that's a good one.
Here's a good one. I never even thought of this one. Muppet Christmas Carol.
That
one's
great.
good. I like
that.
that.
I love that one.
Oh, yeah.
How about you shoot your eye out, kid?
Ralphie! Christmas Story.
Christmas Story. Somebody up here was touching on Die Hard. Now, my wife and I had a long debate about Die Hard, the first one, being a Christmas movie.
Tower.
Christmas movie or not Christmas movie? Christmas movie, right?
It's no.
No.
Sure it is.
Yeah,
We argue all the time in our house. My husband's like, totally Christmas movie. We got to watch it. I'm like, oh, really? No.
If Star Trek is not a Christmas movie, Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
Right.
No, Die Hard is a better Christmas movie than.
It just happened at Christmas time. It's not
Yeah.
a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but it had a Christmas tree in it.
So
It had a Christmas party in it.
The Polar Express with Tom Hanks.
Oh,
That movie creeps me out. It creeps me right out, man. That kid and all the little kids and their little plastic-looking hands and stuff. No facial expression. It creeps me right out. I can't watch that movie. Oh yeah. Sorry, I just had a shiver go down my spine.
I'm going to watch it with a new perspective now. Thank you for that.
I was out in the woods today, ending my one class in Norwood, and actually it was a bit of a snowstorm today. We're in the woods, and they're all being crazy, whatever. And I said, "Are you guys the Lost Boys?"
oh geez.
And they're all looked at me like, "What are you talking about?" I went, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking like, yeah." But they are the Lost Boys.
oh, there's going to be fisticuffs.
Look at her put up the dukes. That's awesome.
Here we go. Martin says, anyone remember the Christmas time animation from years ago, The Happy Prince, based on Oscar Wilde's short story?
No.
Wasn't that like the Little Prince or something like that? The same sort of thing?
No idea.
I
No,
seem to
I-
remember sort of a Christmas version of that.
It is. It's an odd one, Mr. Martin. Wow. Okay.
I'd have to see it. I can't remember names of things very well.
Doesn't ring a bell. But I still like the old classic cartoony ones too. They were
Oh, I love those, like Rudolph.
yeah.
Yeah.
The what do you call it? Like the plasticized yeah.
Claymation.
Claymation.
Yeah.
I mean, we also like National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Oh, classic stuff. Yeah.
Apparently, The Little Prince is a different story.
Here's another good one. This is one of my wife's favorites, actually. Miracle on 34th Street.
I have never seen it.
So the
Oh,
first one
with Richard Attenborough. Yes, that's a good one.
Oh, 1994.
Yeah.
So what did she think of the very first one, the black and white one?
No. It's the 94 one. That's the one that she makes the watch all the time.
Jimmy Stewart or whatever his name is.
That was the original, right?
Yeah.
Jimmy Stewart was in that? Okay.
So Martin put up a link there in the chat there if anybody wants to check it out. I think that's the link to the video he's speaking of.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what about The Grinch Stole Christmas? I love that one.
Jerry, yeah.
Wow. Now, the original or the new version?
Original.
All three.
That's funny.
There was an original. There was a cartoon. There was the Jim Carrey version.
Yeah.
There's more than one version.
Yeah. So what?
The Grinch is
My
represented.
daughter hates the Jim Carrey one. She freaks out with that one, but she likes the original.
Yeah. Well, the original.
Original.
Which?
The Grinch.
Anybody know that from that movie, Cindy Lou Who? She's now a rock star.
Oh yeah.
What's the name of her band? Oh, geez. Hey, she looks pretty good like 20 years later. Just saying.
What is she still only 26?
Yeah, but okay. Looks pretty good. Trying to think of the name of her band there. Jeez.
Oh, let's Google search it.
Yeah. Yeah, Cindy Lou Who. What's that?
Who's on it?
Is she from the Pretty Reckless?
Pretty Reckless. That's the song, yes.
Is that
Or
right?
the band, yeah. The Pretty Reckless. Yeah.
I got her whole album on here.
There you go.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't know that was Cindy Lou Who.
That's Cindy Lou Who.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cindy Lou, hello.
Can't see it.
Here. There you go. Show it again, Sue. Oops.
Wow.
You changed your hair.
Interesting.
Yeah.
This avid outdoors guy's a pretty handy guy to have around, apparently.
Yeah, that's her name, Taylor Mumpson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I know who. I knew who she was. I'm getting one of them old guy memories. I think it's coming in fast. Coming in fast.
Wait, where are we?
Yeah, Ethan, when we go on our canoe trip, who are you?
Saying Cameron Steely.
Yeah. So let's throw a couple other good movies up there. The Santa Claus series with Tim Allen.
Oh yeah.
The very first one was awesome. The other two were kind of
Agreed.
Yeah.
Can't remember if I've seen all of them. I know I've seen the first one, but
Well, the second and the third there, they had the plastic Tim Allen Santa Clauses. Remember those? They were the robotic ones, and they were going to take over the world.
no, I guess I didn't watch it.
Okay. It's not worth the time. Stick with the
What is
That's
the,
all right.
what is the name?
So,
of
Kevin,
the-
what was your favorite piece of gear? Back to your question from earlier.
All those years ago, what was your favorite Christmas gift gear?
Yeah, that you still have today. Oh, it's hard when somebody else asks you, though.
Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah.
You're the only Kevin here.
Oh, okay. Actually, I gotta tell you, it's nothing to do with camp gadgets, but my favorite Christmas gift was the Johnny West doll.
Mm-hmm.
John, you got Johnny West?
Oh yeah, Johnny West. Yeah.
Oh, the rest of us had G.I. Joe.
Johnny West was before G.I. Joe.
Oh, I know that. He was the old guy.
Thanks.
G.I. Joe.
I'm clearly too young for this.
Yeah. His Appalachian Pony, his Chuck Wagon, and then I got G.I. Joe, and I grew up, and then
He grew up, yeah.
but no, my favorite outdoor gear was, gosh, actually, it was a BB gun.
You shoot your eye out, Kevin.
Yeah. No, I did shoot at my friend and almost shot his eye out, but that was growing up. But yeah, Canadian Tire tent, one of those A-frame tents. Oh my God, I don't know how we lived.
Is that one of those old pup tents?
I don't have anything that I still have because
Stand up at the two ends?
Yeah, and my parents got me a winter sleeping bag when I was going through college. Oh my God, that's fantastic. Yeah. My parents, they had no money, right? So they got me this winter sleeping bag, probably at Walmart or Canadian Tire, or actually Zellers at that time, probably Zellers. And my God, I went through college. For our winter skills, they dropped us off on the Sioux Agua train for 10 days, and we'd be in the woods in the winter for 10 days in a snow trucker tent or a canvas tent, whatever. And we had to do fish and wildlife. I did deer browse studies and trout studies, whatever. And my God, we don't do any of that stuff anymore because everybody's worried about dropping everybody off in the woods. But I burned. Well, the guy that I was in the tent with, they got in a fist fight and they pushed my new sleeping bag beside the hot tent stove and burned it. And I covered all in duct tape. My Lord, that was 1979.
Wow.
I survived. But that was a good for my parents to get me that sleeping bag for Christmas was amazing because they had no money, and I don't know how much that would be.
I thought you'd bring your Hudson Bay tin.
What's he doing? What's he doing?
He's gone to get his favorite piece of gear.
Put that away. That's just not right. That's not allowed on YouTube anymore.
We went.
They all know what it is, Danny.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Yeah, love it.
Hold it out.
The one thing about gear is you always start with a piece of gear. You buy it because you think it's going to be really good. You don't until you find a piece that's really good and you have a collection, right? And those things right there is something I have a collection of. I got bow saws. I got the the triangular style. Blah 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 blah. One of the best saws I've ever had right there.
You see the label?
Yeah.
Sue, find your piece of gear. Come on, show it.
The only piece of gear I've ever gotten for Christmas were my snowshoes.
Are they nearby?
They're downstairs.
Well,
Run, Forrest,
tell
run!
a story while you're doing that.
Everything else I buy whenever I want it, any other time of year. So
Yeah.
My God. And Kevin, you were talking the outdoor equipment co-op, Canadian Outdoor Equipment Co-op Company, Tim's place. We
Well,
went there.
That far? When you were here?
No. We went there, and you had on one of your shows. They were showing the Sparker. Has the Sparker, the bellows, and everything in it.
Yeah.
That little
I want a
kit.
bellow.
That
We
is
got one of
amazing.
those.
That is amazing. Everyone
Oh,
makes fun of me every time I go to camp and I use that thing, and by the end of the trip, they're like begging for it.
Oh, you know how many of those I've had people say I'm buying one of those. But I got one of those for Christmas, and I sat there in the living room and got some Christmas wrap together and got a nice little fire going. Wife got really ticked off. We don't have a fireplace.
Oh dear.
I had to try. Don't buy me something to start fires at Christmas and not expect me to try it out. If you got a pair of snowshoes, what are you going to do? You're going to sit
Try 'em
there
out.
and try to try them on. Right? You got a
I
new
don't know if I can find it. I'll have to find a picture. Keep
I
talking.
remember trying on skates in the house when I was a kid for exactly the same reason.
Yeah,
Oh,
make sure
man.
you buy them snow skate guards if you're buying them skates, because you know they're going to put them on. Same deal. You get yourself a fire starter kit. You're trying it.
Yeah.
Your flint and steel kit.
Yeah, I got a nice Hudson's Bay flint and steel tin with the magnifying glass in it and everything. That thing's awesome.
And of course, he had to try it out as soon as he got it too.
We like to try our gear. I got a picture of us trying gear. This was one Christmas.
Ah!
Oh, yeah.
Snowshoes and crazy carpet.
Nice.
I remember crazy.
Oh, that's great picture.
They're awesome.
That was Christmas Day.
Oh man.
Love
Is
it.
that like a little Sue?
That's my kid.
Oh,
So we bought snowshoes and all the gear, and it was Christmas morning, and we're like, well, we can't use them, but let's go and take a picture.
I love it.
Kevin's old enough. Kevin, do you remember super sliders?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Those are awesome.
Or what
More
were
big
the
thing behind the bus.
what were the boxers?
Rock'em sock'em robots.
Yeah.
Robots, right?
and smash them up derby.
Yeah.
Yes, and the things you pull and the
Oh, the zip tops?
yes.
Yeah.
Oh my
What
lord.
about the whirly
I'm
bird?
not old enough for those, but my brothers had them.
Wait a second. I'm not old enough to remember all those things.
Yeah, my friends told me about those. My older friends.
Oh man. Oh man.
Oh man.
Well, so you think about what camp gear back in the days of Christmas has not changed. Probably like the Coleman white gas stove.
Oh, you love them.
And
I have one of those. Well, had one of them. I just donated it to a scout troop.
yeah.
We used to use the heavy canvas tents for summer, and they would still work in the winter as well.
The ones you couldn't touch the side of because they would leak when it rained.
Those are the ones.
Yeah.
But they had the big aluminum poles that would go down, and then you had sort of like the dining tent style. But there was
And
the
they
other
weighed 40 pounds?
40. Oh, luxury.
And they smelled awful.
Oh, yeah, you had to hang them out so they wouldn't get old moldy and mildewy. And
Oh man. And the
Yeah,
blue
these are
foamies that we still have now. The blue foamies now we have like XPAD and Neo and whatever and yeah.
What is that?
we've got the
Pompous ass.
Ask you what kind of beer I got tonight. I'm drinking a pompous ass. I don't like beer.
Here's number 2. Another flying monkey. It's a milkshake IPA live transmission.
Mine's gone though.
Yeah, I switched up to absinthe now. So.
I thought when you went for a walk, Sue, you went and grabbed another beer.
No, my son was out of bed. I was checking in on him.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So who buys your so does anybody here buy themselves their own gift?
Yeah.
That way I know I'm
Everything along for 15 years I had to.
See, my thing is, I'm not a big Christmas person. Never have been. And every year it's, well, what do you want? What do you want? It says, no, what I want and what I need. And, you can't afford what I want. Because, I'm looking at like a new canoe or something like, something that's going to cost $400 or $500. Because I'm at that point where I've got all the cheap stuff already. But so the big thing now is, well, we can't give you gift cards. Give me gift cards. Let me
I love gift cards
up to get the big thing that I want. So would you rather get your, say, $200 item, or would you rather get like 4 or 5 $10 items? That's my logic when it comes to Christmas, and that's why half the time I just buy my own stuff.
I'm gonna grab what I got myself. Wait, I'll be back.
Gonna grab himself?
Oh,
Actually, this is actually a good time.
Himself.
Okay, so we're going to stick with the Christmas theme here. I got a couple questions. We're past the 8 o'clock, and I wanted to get my giveaway going. Sean, just so you know, I did receive them. They come in the mail.
They look great.
I'm going to add them to the giveaways. And I've got, as usual, the 3 sticker giveaway. I got the Canoehound Adventures, Canoehound's Outdoor Adventure Show, and the Paddling Adventures Radio. And I'm probably going to throw another item or 2 in that are going to be mystery items for the winners tonight. But tonight we're not doing the letter thing. I'm going to make it a little more fun. I mentioned...
Is the farting Santa up for grabs?
Pardon me?
Is the farting Santa up for grabs?
He's not going anywhere. He's going back on my mantle.
You could include like your empty beer cans from the show. What I drank tonight, there's your stickers and there's a beer can. It's like a souvenir from the show.
Yeah, Canoehound Adventure beer cans, right?
There you go.
So what we're going to do, this is I put out a video this week, which was a
look at that.
a challenge. Those are sexy saws.
We fondled it.
Those are nice saws.
Nice.
Did you get that at the Outdoor Adventure Show this year?
Yeah, he's got to take my credit card away from me.
Yeah.
That's an expensive saw.
I would have walked out of the Outdoor Adventure Show with one of them last year, but they had sold out and they were taking orders, and I didn't want to wait.
Well, same with me, but yeah, I just got this a week ago. Yeah.
Yeah, those are nice, really nice. Okay, so I put out my video this week, which was the Christmas movie challenge, and let's see here. I was challenged by somebody, so if anybody in the chat knows who I was challenged by to do the Christmas video, go ahead and type it in. First person to type the name in wins the swag giveaway. I have three things to give away tonight. There's 3 questions. So we'll just see if anybody Kevin's trying to type really fast. You know who it is.
Oh, Pine Martin beat me, the son of a...
You guys can't win.
Okay, so Martin got it. I'm just going to write Martin on here. Yes, it was Sty from Sty North actually challenged me. And
Well, wait. I think Martin spelled it wrong.
What? Did he?
Spelling mistake.
Oh, really? Seriously?
Spelling mistake. Sorry, Pine Martin. Gotta hammer you out there, buddy.
He did.
actually,
He did.
hold on a sec here. Where are
I
we?
got it.
No, someone's Mama Bear's backpack. Daniel says Sty.
No.
Oh!
Let me go to the line. And the judges say, so who's the first guy to pipe in with Sty? Or Sty
No, is it
North?
Sty or Sty North?
Sty or
Sty
Sty
North,
North?
I think, is Sty North would be Ashley, but Sty would be Daniel, I think.
Sorry,
I would be
Maybe it was
willing to
Sty
go
or
on a
Sty
first
North.
name basis. So first one was Sty.
Star, it says Mama Bear.
Yeah.
Is it Mama Bear? It is too. Daniel says it's Mama Bear.
Yeah.
So is it Daniel or Mama Bear that wins the prize?
Same address.
I don't know if someone that said to Pine Martin is it, but he's not first at canoeing. That's Pine.
Okay. So question number 2. In the favorite Christmas movie challenge video, what was my second favorite Christmas movie?
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Could you repeat the question?
Pardon me? Repeat it? What was my second favorite movie in that video?
Oh.
The Tim Allen.
I wasn't listening to you. I was listening to your wife.
My wife looked at me. She says, and what was your favorite part of that movie? And then she asked me before, she says, why that movie? So, we got a couple coming in here.
Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, the answer was Bad Santa.
No.
Bad Santa. So let's see here. We got a few Bad Santas in the crowd. So who's got the first Bad Santa comment?
The other guy in the canoe.
The other guy in the canoe, and you are right. Yes, so the other guy in the canoe. All right. Well, somebody actually watched my video. Holy crap.
Dennis, that's a bad movie. You should be ashamed of yourself.
It's hilarious.
No, it's not.
Wait a minute. The other guy in the canoe also guessed wooden pickle.
Wow.
I don't know what that movie is, but
That's a special kind of movie.
I'm Googling.
This is an easy one.
Wow.
People that would not have ever seen my video there. Who played the role of Kevin McAllister in my number 1 favorite movie? Oh, this is easy. Does anybody know what my first favorite movie was? Kevin Callan.
I win.
It'll be on tomorrow.
Mama Bear's backpack. Macaulay Culkin. So
That's we're tag teaming, right? I'm doing the segment. He's coming up with the answers.
Yeah. Seeing as you already got one going, oh, geez. Did somebody else put one in there? No? Was there only one Macaulay Culkin?
Adventures with Josie and Common Sense with Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Common Sense with Elizabeth was the other one.
Oh, who played the part on Home Alone 3?
Who? They got a Home Alone 3?
Yeah.
Really?
And it wasn't Macaulay.
The Joe Pesci?
Yes, it was.
I just actually watched has anybody seen The Irishman with Pesci and De Niro?
I haven't watched it yet. I hear it's good though.
It's awesome. It's another one of those Martin Scorsese movies, right? So
yeah.
Okay, so anyways, we got our 3 winners. And I guess we could say Mama Bear's good for a twofer, but I'm going to give somebody else a prize too, but we'll take care of you, Mama Bear. Anybody that has won, so we got Mama Bear, we got the other guy in a canoe, and Common Sense.
Woot, woot.
If you guys want to send me your mailing addresses to canoehound@gmail.com, I'll get your prizes out this week, and if I get them out tomorrow, you never know, you might have them by Christmas time. So, yeah. So send them along. I'd love to see a picture of one of the stickers on maybe your mom's forehead, or on your Daniel's forehead or something. I don't know.
Ooh, yeah.
So congratulations.
I got mine from a few shows back, and I think I'm going to. I'm refinishing a canoe, so I think I'm going to slap it on there once that's done. But I think I might wait till the spring for that. So.
Oh, cool. Yeah, they make good patches,
Yeah, patches, emergency repair kit.
All right, so Kevin, you go ahead. Show us that saw again. Andy, sorry, man. I was. No, those things are those things are works of art. I don't even know if I'd want to use it. That would go right on the wall.
No, I use it for my Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You just have to really tighten this up, like really taut, because I found that I was sort of holding back with this whole thing, and it does fold up. I mean, it's not like it's not mini weight, whatever. But the other thing I got, I ordered this while I'm at it.
It is a nice saw though. We saw it while we were at Kevin's house. It is a really nice saw.
This is this stuff. If you want to take care of your
Blades? Axe.
There you go, Elizabeth.
Sheath. You put this on your sheath for your knife and your axe to keep it all lubricated, and you put this on your axe or your knife just to keep it lubricated. And this is not a sponsored event. I actually ordered that myself.
Yep.
With your credit card.
Yeah, my credit. I just paid my credit card. I gotta stop it. Oh my god. Oh man.
Anybody else out there like me? Somebody mentioned about does anybody buy your own Christmas gifts? Like I buy my outdoor stuff, right? And I always tell my wife and my kids, don't buy for me because if I want it, I'll buy it when I need it, right? Anybody else like that out there?
Yeah.
Come on, humbug! Like really?
No, you know what? Like
That's humbug.
I need a new sleeping bag. Okay, we're heading to Canadian Tire. We bought you a new sleeping bag. At the type of canoe tripping and stuff that we do, Kevin, are you going to go get it? You see what I'm saying? And this is why I say, no, don't just go buy it. Or take me
Sean, it
with
makes them
you.
feel better. It makes them feel good.
Okay,
It's all
well then,
giving.
it's all about you. But I'm never going to use a $30 sleeping bag.
Then don't tell them. Go and give it to a Sally Ann store and go and get your own. But don't. It's all about thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for buying me something I didn't really need.
I picked this up for $14. My kids went and found out at 14, right? So
I just picked up myself a full action cam setup with all the chest harness and head harness and all that kind of stuff. So I'm looking forward to the season to start filming.
nice.
Okay,
Nice.
if you're starting to shoot pornos, we don't really want to know about it. Okay.
Well, that's what this is for, right?
So
Kevin
sorry.
gets mad because now you don't need somebody to hold the camera.
What? Wait a minute! I bought myself a swim grip. What the hell? Wow.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. Who's gonna?
I
go
did
buy
that last
thing?
year.
Who's gonna? When you're writing your Christmas list out to your family, that says you get in that group family Christmas list, and they say, everybody, please let us all know what you want. And somebody said, oh, I need socks. I need this. I need a brand new 14.5-foot Swift canoe. I need a brand new $400 sleeping bag. I need a new brand new marmot tent. And if my family's watching this tonight, I hope you're taking notes.
I did ask for an InReach Mini, and I think my mom and dad might have bought it for me.
Really?
Really?
And the only reason is my mom is really worried when we go out on trips, especially if I go out alone or if myself and Christina go out, we're like in the middle of nowhere. She gets really nervous and she's always like, oh, I'm glad you're home. I'm glad everything's okay. So with that, I can like message her back and forth, go, I'm fine, we're okay. And so that gives her a little bit of comfort. So
That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. Yeah.
No, that's why I ended up with the Spot to begin with, because when Survivor Man was out there, we were watching his show when he first came out. And he always had this orange thing. And we found out it was a Spot, and this is what it does. And I still have the original Spot.
Yeah.
And I got it for Father's Day, because I did my Father's Day trip, and I did my Thanksgiving birthday trip, solo trips every year. So this way everybody knew where I was going, sort of thing. But it just got too expensive for what it was. And even now that they've got all these ones that connect up to phones and all that, and I've just been on this big kick this past year where I don't want any of that anymore. I want to get back to the old way of tripping where you got your compass, you got your map, and if you screw up, you screw up. If you don't,
No, Sean, you're ruining Christmas for everybody because you're just self-interest. It's all me. And then you're going to go out in the wilderness and die. This is wrong, Sean. We need to control you, okay?
I'll take you with me.
No.
We can all go have a
He
diet.
needs an intervention.
But no, so with that, instead of buying me the big GPS and all that, buy me a new compass. Buy me a bag. Because that is more along the lines of what people can afford. See, I think logically about this.
yeah. Now, see, I have a Spot Gen 3, but I haven't used it, haven't hooked it up
Yeah,
because I can't communicate back the way I want to, and my mom worries about that stuff.
Yeah. Well,
my
Spot just came
worries
out
about
with,
that.
yeah. So Spot just came out with because they're competing companies, right? So
Yeah.
Spot came out with the Spot X, and now you can.
Yeah.
And now you can do Bluetooth as well, which I just ordered for myself, but I haven't tried it.
Christmas gift?
Yeah. Which?
Christmas gift that you bought for yourself.
No.
Muskokas drank too much.
More so with my students, right? I mean, I need to have some type of communication device with students out there. Or
Yeah.
in the college, it took a while for them even to do any of that because they're probably listening to Sean. And so I said, no, if something happens, we're liable, right? If you're out there in the woods with people and then you have no device in today's world, get a hold of everybody, you're liable for all that. So we got all that. I'm pretty good with the Spot Gen 3 because I'm comfortable with it. It just push the button. With the Spot X, I just haven't practiced enough with it because I'm old. You know, so
Don't know the features of the technology.
Feel.
What's that, Sean? I didn't hear I was old. What, Sean?
You're only as old as you feel.
Yeah, I was old enough to kick you out of my house last week.
How we just on your beer? Oh wait, that was Derek. So funny you should mention though, Kevin. When my son was in grade 12, they did the outdoor education class, and they actually went up through Canoe and in through Grassy Marsh and the whole meal deal up through Algonquin. I gave my son my Spot to take, so that the teacher could send out the link, and all the parents, if they wanted, could follow exactly where they were going.
Yeah.
And they had that button to push.
Yeah.
If something happened, and everybody thinks it's cool to have that tracker, right?
Well, okay. So, and I totally agree with that because I've had a lot of my colleagues say, well, back in the day, I was like, I wish we had that back in the day, because back in the day when we maybe had a sat phone that maybe worked, it wasn't because we're old schools, but that's all we had.
Mm-hmm.
However,
we also had less paperwork to deal with and less red tape to deal with.
Fewer insurance claims.
What's even matter? It's like the other side of the coin is students will say, Kevin, we don't know who's winning in hockey right now or in baseball.
Yeah.
I
got my Snapchat streak to keep up.
Yeah.
Nate is on his side.
Hey, how you
Merry
doing there, Nate?
Christmas,
Welcome
everybody.
to the stream. Merry Christmas.
Oh,
Kevin,
There he is.
Kevin.
oh, baby. You know what? I could have married you when I had the chance. Look at that.
I also used it on my Christmas tree for the first time.
Awesome. Did you find though? You really did have to tighten this.
Like you would not believe. I felt like I was going to break it, and then it's way better when you just tighten the snot out of it.
Yeah, I was really nervous about tightening it too much, and then my whole Christmas tree was all going weird, and then so. By the way, nothing to do with anything, but last week I shot the video of how to identify your Christmas tree. I almost died. Has anybody had that moment where they almost died?
Tuesday in our house.
From what?
It was terrifying. It was terrifying. It was a really good story. But so I was shooting this whole thing about. I was trying to find a blue spruce to film for my IDs thing. In my backyard, there's a bloody blue spruce. I didn't even know it.
And you were stopping on the side of the road in every possible location?
Yes. But nobody sees this in film. But when I was shooting the one blue spruce, I put the camera down and I look in the rearview mirror, and there was a propane truck coming towards me. I'm on a flat country road. It's not on a hill, whatever. And he's swerving out of control. I went, oh, he's going to hit me. I'm going to die. and sometimes it's really good to have that happen to you in your life, because you're like, okay, I'm going to die now. And then he at the last minute went around me, like millimeters away from my vehicle, swerved out of control, went in the ditch, and then took off. So I was like, something's up. So I followed him, got my camera on, videotaped him, sent it to the police, and they told me about 6 hours later, say, thank you very much. We arrested him. He was drunk. He was a propane dealer. Like he was delivering propane, and he almost killed me. And I never thought so. I shouldn't say it's all negative, but oh my god! And then I felt much better about my life after that.
Did he just finish watching a Canoehound Adventures?
Well, that's probably what did him in.
That was propane dealer, right? Not with a PR, not a C.
Yes.
Kevin's stalling for a second.
Yeah.
Why?
The thing is, the cop pulled me back. Like, who's ever had that happen before? Or whatever. Okay, so let keep positive. So basically, Nate Muskoka, what is on your Christmas list of the one gift you do not want to get at Christmas?
Oh,
No more wool socks.
yeah. T-shirts. No T-shirts.
No?
No T-shirts of any type.
None.
Nope. That's my one thing that I just don't need any more of. Don't want to think about. I do appreciate all the gifts that I do get, but my family at this point knows better than to try to get me outdoor gear. I'm on the same. I'm on the same page as Sean over there.
Oh my god, guys! Really? Hey, what about underwear? I'm hoping for underwear.
Hey, yeah, you know what? Boxers I'll take every time, and if someone's super keen on getting me some outdoor gear that I can't get on my own, I will be very, very specific about it. Very. So that might ruin the surprise, but at least I'll have a smile on my face.
Did you notice Kevin didn't specify what kind of underwear, but Nate did?
Well, I don't know, like I don't want to know where on Amazon
ladies.
What's underwear?
Sorry, Nate, can't hear you.
Oh no, sorry. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Hopefully that's better. But actually, you know what? Something really cool that someone gifted me a couple years ago, around this time of year, actually, and it is an actual Woods Eiderdown Arctic sleeping robe.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
A robe?
So essentially, this is what a sleeping bag looked like before sleeping bags came along. And it was actually, this particular model was mentioned in an Ernest Hemingway novel, and was a particularly desirable piece of gear in and around and just after the Second World War. But yeah, it's actually filled with eiderdown, for goodness sake, which is next to impossible.
What, Dennis? What is the image? Like, I don't want to see this.
I don't know. Lucho would have to explain that. I am going to do a Google search for it right now, though.
No,
Oh dear.
no, when all I was on.
Oh wow.
Lucho is the king of researching on Google like that. He brings up some links that are just amazing.
Oh my god, that's scary. Here's what. Okay, this is really cool. Someone gave me this 2 years ago. Oh my god, it's so freaking heavy. Oh, all right. Now, okay, Sean.
Yeah.
You cringe, for God's sakes. Okay, this is a gift. Okay, look at that.
It's a painted
rock painting. Those things are cool.
Yeah, it's a rock.
Okay.
And someone painted that because they were paddling by me, Goma, up in Megason Lake. They took a picture and then painted it on a rock, and they sent it to me for Christmas.
Through your window.
There, Sean, you can't. What? Oh my God! What's wrong?
I can't see it. It's too
Now you can't unsee it.
Yeah. That's me on the right.
We're at the top? Top left?
There's all that you can't forget.
Oh dear.
Left buttock. Yeah.
Oh.
Nice.
All right, I'm leaving because I know Pine Martin wants to be on there. We have 6 people going on right now, right? So I'm leaving. Pine Martin, or actually, no, Crazy Ann, you should be on.
Actually, nobody else is in the basement right now, so you're good.
No, they should be.
If anybody wants to join in tonight, feel free. I'll drop the link here again. It's a good night so far. So
Oh,
Kevin Camps is on now too.
You should talk
Who's
about
that?
your snowshoe and chat in Halliburton in February.
Kevin's got a snowshoe and chat in February.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
Where is that, Kevin?
Uh-oh.
Halliburton.
Huntsville, no, Halliburton. So there's 3 things. So I'm doing 2 winter camping workshops through Yours Outdoors, which Barry Martin is fantastic. And he's organized a day. We spend the day together. We do winter camping, how to stay warm, how to identify your wood, all these things. But the other day, what day is that? Thank you, Nate Muskoka. Wait a minute. Is it?
What's Nate drinking?
So it's sort of, and this is a really cool day for everybody, and this is a great Christmas gift. I'm not promoting myself, but I think this is really a good gift because it's all to do with time in the woods, as opposed to like Sean wants everything. He wants a golden set, whatever. Yes. So. So you can go for the Hike Halliburton event, which is an amazing event. So they have it in the fall. Yours Outdoors and Halliburton Tourism puts on this amazing event. Hundreds of hikes in the fall. But now they're doing the wintertime. So they want me to do something. Okay, what do I do? So I'm going to set up a whole winter campsite set up with hot tent, cold tent, cooking, braid toboggans, whatever. And then I asked my buddy Tim Foley from Canoehound Equipment, the poor bugger. I just called him and I said, "Can you help me?" He goes, "What are you doing?" And so he's going to come up and help me show the whole event. And Algonquin Outfitters is going to do that as well with cold camping and stuff. So you basically walk there, get some apple cider, get some bannock, and you look at the whole outdoor camping experience from cold tenting to hot tenting. And is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, thank God. I was worried I got that wrong. But that's a good event. It's all volunteer based. It's all free. Well, you can donate to the whole event, which you should. But yeah, it's amazing.
Well, that's cool for people that want to get into winter camping and don't know anything about it too. Get up and get a look, right?
Yeah, or basically you have nothing to do that day and you're bored silly. You can just come out.
Sorry, Kevin, where is that happening? And when?
That's happening in the town of Halliburton, just by the lake there.
Glebe Park is the name.
Yep. And Nate Muskoka is my agent.
And when is it happening?
Well,
Nate?
In the month of February in the
It's
year
the
of our
7th.
Lord 2020.
What is it?
I forget. I think it's the weekend before Family Day weekend.
Yeah, it's right in front of me here. It's the 9th. It's February 9th. It's the Sunday. So the Saturday, there's a whole bunch of hikes you can do, and then on the 9th, you can actually have hot cider with Tim and I and AO guys, and check out a whole bunch of gear. We're gonna have tents all over the place.
That's going in my calendar.
Yeah. We're going to try to make it for that.
Oh, no. Sorry, Mama Bear. I said no. It's in March.
It's in July.
Nice.
I'm just joking. It'd be great that you're there. Actually, and yeah. So that's a good Christmas whole thing. Like Dennis, going back to what we're talking about, experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get someone an experience instead of a gift of gadgets.
There's lots of companies out there even that offer gift certificates, which I know people aren't like, but it's for like canoe courses, paddling courses, or like you say with Kevin, go and have an experience with Kevin, that sort of thing, right?
Or Sean, great Christmas gift. Be on your radio station.
Do you remember what my radio station's called?
Paddling Radio Adventure.
Kevin never remembered. Paddling Adventures Radio.
Thank you. Okay, so really,
Kevin can be on there.
no, right now, do it right now.
Oh boy.
Tell everybody this is the great stocking stuffer is to be on your show.
Paddling Adventures Radio and talk about what you like about canoe tripping or whatever type of paddling you do.
Yeah, and that's your gift to everybody.
And we'll be doing it at Kevin Callan's house.
No.
We're to be there for 4 or 5 days.
No,
Leave it right now.
He's in
With the hot tent in the front yard.
with the hot tent. We'll do it in the hot tent. In Kevin's
I don't know
Everybody-
what it takes to make this happen, but I think that's a really good gift. You should put that as a gift. That will be on your show, and that's the gift, and that's that would be a great gift.
wouldn't it?
Raffle it off with
Fantastic.
charity.
And raffle it off with Gary?
We'll have to make that happen.
No, for
You'll-
charity. You
For
could,
charity.
you could do like an auction, and the highest bidder wins, and the proceeds go to a charity of their choice.
And they will need charity after talking to Gary.
Oh, that looks delicious.
Oh my god! All right, I'm leaving you guys. Who's next?
Merry
Looks
Christmas.
like we got Ethan in the green room right now.
Yeah, I gotta go. It's getting. Yeah.
No, Sue, you're not leaving. I'm leaving. No, you're on.
I gotta go.
Word, Sue.
Good night, Sue. Good night, Kevin. Good night,
Sue.
John Boy.
Have a Merry Christmas if you're leaving.
I am. I've got stuff to do tonight. I still have marking to do. I'm so behind.
It's the time of year.
So behind.
Marking, right? Yeah.
Hey, everybody, support the school teachers.
Right?
School teachers, yep.
Yep. All right. See you later, everyone. Have a
Merry
good
Christmas,
Christmas.
Sue. Thanks much.
Bye.
Bye, Sue. Bye, everybody. And oh, horny one, it's up to you, Sean. Good luck.
Thanks, buddy. We'll talk.
Thanks, Kevin. Merry Christmas to you. And welcome to the stream. Ethan, how you doing, bud?
Doing good, man. How you doing?
Living the dream. Look at this panel.
Yeah.
Isn't it a great panel tonight.
Oh yeah, it's good stuff. It's been really entertaining.
Yeah.
I don't know why Kevin doesn't want us all come up to his house and do a giant show. We could have like 15 people there.
Yeah.
Can't imagine why not.
He was worried about his septic system when there was only 24 Callans there.
Well, half of us can just go out and use a tree.
I was just going to say that spruce was pretty good.
I know how to dig a kettle.
He might take offense with that in his yard. There's 14 animals in my
You
yard.
want to like?
Dig a
My
hole.
daughter made
no.
a cookie.
Yeah, just chip
Is
a
that a
hole.
shortbread cookie or a sugar cookie?
Sugar cookie.
Oh, nice.
My wife and my daughter got together the other night and they baked all kinds of stuff. I made put 5 pounds on already. So
Nice.
Oh, I want cookies.
Is Mike Burns still online?
he was
I
in
know
a
he
while
was
ago.
on
Mike,
there
if you're on, let me know. We could get you on panel if you want.
I know he starts work at like 2 in the morning or something, so he's usually in bed early.
Yeah.
Or he's out working on his cedar strip canoes out in his garage.
So somebody, the other canoe guy, or the other guy in a canoe was asking, has anybody planned their ice out trip yet?
You know,
Not quite yet.
Not quite yet. Ethan
No.
and I are talking right now about doing something in Algonquin. So
We're
Should be
last,
a bit of a weird.
last 3 years, I've planned like ice out or, early May trips, backpacking or such. And every time it's been canceled because, there's either
The
been
park's closed.
parks closed, ice, flooding, something. So I've stopped planning. I just wing it. We'll see what happens.
yeah, that's what happened to me this year. I was going to go pick up my new Swift canoe, and I was going to go pick up the canoe and just continue up the highway and go for a weekend, right? Well, it didn't happen that way because the park opened almost 2.5, 3 weeks late, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This last year was.
They opened like May 14th, I think, was ice out this year.
Yeah.
Something like that. May 16th, maybe.
That's
could
late.
it could be the same this year, given the I don't know, the moisture that seems to be in the ground right now. In the winter, it looks like we're in for it. It could be another long winter around here.
Yeah.
I hope not.
Well, I mean, down Toronto way, it was good for paddling come spring because all the water was high, like the majority of summer.
Oh,
You know, I mean,
tons of water, tons of it.
if you can't get up north and whatnot, when I say north, I mean outside of Toronto. If you can't get up there because it just doesn't work out, so you're paddling local waterways. Well, there's a lot of waterways around here, like Duffin's Creek, which is 5 minutes from my house. Usually by midsummer, you're getting out at spots and you're having to walk over sandbars and stuff like that, and you can only make it so far. But this year, the majority of the summer, you had no problems. I mean, you could paddle for a few hours and then paddle back to where you parked. And that was great. This has been the first year where it's been like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody knows Rouge Hill Park in Scarborough there. You go down this big hill and there's all this parking. Well, people for a couple of the months there are showing pictures where they're using stand-up paddle boards, and you're underwater is the lines from the road because there was that much flooding.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this has been like Toronto way. This is, I mean, for paddlers, this has been fantastic. Not everybody's enjoying it, but hey, I did.
Well, the water levels south of here are even high right now, and so it's. I think your water levels were like that because we had such a high water level.
Oh yeah.
North going into May, and it just sustained itself.
Yeah.
But right now the water level's high, and by July, like what you were talking about, by the end of July up here, it was back to seasonal, where all those rivers were now, they're getting bony and crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you were seeing the water that had passed by us by then at that point. But yeah, it took until the end of July here for things to get dried up and bony and a little crunchy in most of those rivers that are usually like that by mid-July.
I
noticed
making a comment that the Toronto Islands were underwater most of the summer as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I went up there in the end of July for that Algonquin trip, I noticed it was starting to dry up. And then when I got a huge rainstorm on day 3, when they came and picked us up, the water taxi, the guy told us that they had been struggling for rain really bad, and they needed it really bad. And I didn't even notice until I got a little further in the park, but the water levels were pretty low. There's just a world of a difference from in the spring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some pretty crazy seasonal fluctuations right now. We'll see what happens this spring, of course. But in my industry and in everyone else's interests on the feed here, I mean, we're always hoping for the earliest ice out possible, and to be tripping for Easter would be nice, wouldn't it?
Before the bugs start.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, the earlier the better. I mean, we've been on canoe trips where it's ice out, and then it gets one night of really below freezing, and the next morning, you got that thin layer of ice, so somebody's leaning over the front of the canoe with a hatchet as you're paddling through, sort of thing. Right? That's when you're pushing it. You're pushing it, but
a little rough.
I always, for sure, I know June, definitely first trip of the year, every June. If everything else fails, I know I will be going in June. Mm-hmm. So I do the Father's Day trip there, and then. I mean, mosquitoes and all that. I used to live in Moosonee, so the mosquitoes, I don't care. I've grown used to them, black flies and all that. June at least. Everything's gone from winter to summer gear, full on summer, ready to go. Whether there's ice, whether there's snow, it doesn't matter. June is for sure start.
Oh, that's like the height of the bugs, man. I can't do it. That's brutal.
Oh,
funny thing though, like this year when I went on my ice out trip, I put in at Smoke Lake, and the ice had just left. There was still snow in the parking lot, and on my last day when I was coming out, there were black flies already starting.
Yeah.
It's like, really? they weren't biting or anything, but they were there. They were present. So
Yeah, I've gotten used to the bugs over the years. You know, like I say, from where I've moved all across the country, like in a lot of the northern Ontario and stuff. So they don't bug me as much as they used to. I bought myself one of those original bug jackets just in case. It took me 5 years before I finally actually used it, because I'd be passing it to everybody else in the group who was just going crazy with the mosquitoes.
Mhm.
So I finally actually this year I got to use it one day.
I'm getting all itchy from PTSD thinking about these bugs. Oh,
So as
God.
weird as this sounds, you want a good trick for mosquitoes or black flies?
Yep.
Remember
I had one. Trust me, it wasn't fun.
the women from the old days used to wear. I better be careful what I say here. When we lived in Moosonee, the women would get the knee-high stockings.
Yeah.
They would have them shipped in. You pull them over your head, right?
Yep.
Like we're gonna rob a bank? Yeah.
They couldn't bite through it,
Okay.
right? And it protected your face because they get behind your ears, they get behind your neck. And this is back in the 70s when I actually had hair.
Yeah.
And you had the longer hair, short length, whatever. So they'd crawl up under, and the whole back of your neck is just a giant bloodbath. Behind your ears is just raw.
Yeah.
The stockings, you pull them down. I mean, you look like little burglars running around, but
Oh yeah, it's multi-purpose. You can hit up a gas station on your way home. You can rob a gas station.
Exactly it. Get them up for some deep woods off for next time.
Well, I had a question for Ethan real quick.
Yeah.
So, did you just go ahead and pour sugar in Joe's gas tank out there, and is that what really happened?
That dude, he goes, I guess for lack of better terms, balls to the wall on his four-wheeler. He holds nothing back at all. And he was just like, I'm driving a brand new 2020 four-wheeler. It's like 10 grand. So I'm like, dude, I'm not doing that. I'm not going crazy on this thing. I just got it. And he's just ripping up the trails, flying over logs, going at it, throwing dirt at me. I'm just hanging back.
I laughed my ass off there.
Because you like very conveniently, Ethan ended up being the hero at the end of the day there, and so I was like, well, if I were Ethan,
He was what you didn't see off camera. Like when we got to the truck, he was like freaking out, super mad. He was pissed, like barely talking to me. I'm just like, dude, chill. You're dealing with a hillbilly here. I got this. It's fine. And he's like not knowing how we're gonna get this thing on the truck. I'm like, I got this, man. It's not a big deal. And he thought it was like the greatest invention of all time when I put this strap in his truck to pull it up on there. It was so funny.
hey, whatever works.
Yeah, exactly.
You see in all his videos, though, you can see he's hard on his gear, eh?
Oh yeah.
He's like,
sure.
just take it, toss it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, people rip on him all the time in the comments over it, but he's like, I don't care. It's my gear. It's not yours. Whatever.
That's right, exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what about trips? Anybody got any big trips planned for next year?
We have a potential for two, one in January and one in February for winter camping, but we don't have anything planned later on in the year yet.
Still too early.
Yeah, they'll be camping, not necessarily canoeing or paddling.
I actually bought where I work, I can buy more vacation. So for 2020, I bought more vacation. So I got 28 days to kill in the backcountry. I'm really looking forward to that.
And we will have an adventure together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He goes on a lot of his trips alone, and I stick around home a lot. And as much as I like to get out, it's just not been convenient timing. So we will go on an adventure together this time. A real adventure, backcountry somewhere together.
Yeah.
Well,
Very cool.
It's funny. My wife I've always gone on trips with buddies or by myself and stuff. And my wife has finally started coming the last couple of years and gotten into canoe tripping. And I've got a couple of older kids now, so I do one trip with a 4-day trip with my daughter, a 4-day trip with my son, 4-day trip with my wife, trip with these buddies, trip with those buddies. tripping all the time now, and that it's like even now since we started the podcast, I got even more people wanting. I wish I could buy more vacation because I'm running out really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to be pretty strategic with it.
Yeah, I mean, you see all these places, people are going, oh, yeah, we're going here, and you just sit there going, why'd I commit to that? I would love to go there. And then, oh, I'm glad I'm not going there because I want to go there. And it gets really hard after a while where you're going to go and what you want to do.
I got to choose right now. I got an ice out trip planned with Dennis and a guy named Dan Schultz. He jumps in the live stream sometimes. And Joe and I think, are going to Quetico for a big trip. And I believe I will be doing possibly Temagami. I don't know. I've been putting it off for years. I don't know. I'm going to try to make it happen.
Do it.
And maybe a small Algonquin trip.
And you won't be disappointed. Every
I
corner
know.
is beautiful.
I did Temagami.
I'm gonna try to make it happen. I don't know. We'll see what I can do with swing with work and stuff. I wish I could just do YouTube full time because I have all these trips planned. I don't have enough vacation, and it's rough.
That's right.
And I'd like to
feeling well this week.
Kevin Callan said it to me ages ago. It says if you're starting this podcast to make money, then stop now. And I think it's the same thing with everything. If you're in this to make money and be able to quit your day job, and unless you luck into something big, keep trying to fiddle with your work schedule.
Right.
Unfortunately, that's the reality of it. You know, you got to choose.
I'm making money from YouTube, but not a whole lot.
They're doing Family Day weekend over at Mew Lake. What weekend is Family Day weekend?
It's the weekend after the 9th. It's right smack in the middle of February. I forget the exact date.
Yeah,
It's the weekend after Valentine's.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm going to be at Mew Lake winter camping with the guys from Kid Products there the first weekend in February.
Actually,
Family
Day
for 17th.
the Valentine's Day weekend.
It is this year.
Yeah. So
Valentine's Day is Friday and Family Day is the Monday, so the 14th through to the 17th.
Yeah, we're booked there for the entire 3 days as well.
Yeah.
We have found, and that's a good one. If you really want to check out, I didn't want to trample all over Kevin there. If you want to check out all the different styles of tents and stoves and setups and you name it, Family Day, the Winter in the Wild at Algonquin Park, Mew Lake, is the weekend to go because they set up certain tents that you can go and say, hey, we're come and check out our setup. There's snow trekkers, there's eskers, there's A-tooks, there's you name it, and there are different types of stoves and just how people set them up. You can go in and peek, and anybody will say, yeah, come on in and take a peek at this. You can ask questions. It's really, if you're thinking of getting into winter camping, that is the weekend to go to Mew Lake and check things out. It is like a giant smorgasbord of campers, and anybody is happy to answer your questions.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Anybody passing through can drop by and say hey to the sucker on salary working retail.
Are you in the store in Huntsville?
Yeah. I manage the Huntsville location, so of course that weekend.
I feel like I've talked to you in there before, maybe.
Algonquin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I feel like I've been to the Huntsville store probably a handful of times. I think I might have talked to you in there before.
Probably. I'm there way too much, so it's quite likely.
Randy's my go-to guy. I mean, we have a connection with them with Paddling Adventures, right?
Yeah.
So, Randy's always my guy there. But, and it's, because I'm that guy that gets up at 2 o'clock in the morning to start the road trip because I want to be on the water at first light. So as I'm passing through Huntsville, they're closed. It's a holiday Monday. They're closed.
we still, for at least as long as we can, we pride ourselves on keeping somewhat small townish hours for retail.
Yeah.
Which, doesn't work out all the time, but we also don't all have enough staff for a good amount of the year to open earlier and stay later. So
Gotta do what
Busy
you gotta
Billy.
do.
small
Hey, how
town
many,
problems.
How many locations for Algonquin Outfitters now?
Well, it depends on the season, and it depends on Rich's mood.
Richest mood.
But really, I mean, really, our core locations year round are Bracebridge, Huntsville, Oxtongue Lake, and Halliburton, and then of course, depending on when you're coming into the area, we have locations at Ski Hills in the area, and then seasonally we have summer locations inside Algonquin Park, and in Port Carling as well. So.
Right. So it's up and down, eh?
Up and down, up and down. My favorite seasonal location, of course, along with everybody else's, is Brent.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Old Jake.
Yeah. Man, that guy's older than God.
Mm-hmm.
So Jake turns, I believe he turns 80 this year, and so we're trying to actually pin him down for some sort of photo portrait, along with an article of some sort, just to actually kind of get a good story from him recorded before he maybe retires. But I think if you've ever met Jake, you'd know that even though he might be turning 80 this year, he's probably not going anywhere anytime soon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No. You know what? We did the Brent run a couple years back, and
Cool.
it hasn't been done in a while. So
Yeah.
I've got this thing now where I come up with stupid ideas. Like I find stupid ideas online. I throw it out to my buddies, say, "Who wants to try this?" And I see who wants to follow. So 4 of us ended up doing the Brent run. We got up to Brent there, and Jake comes out, and it's just like, we got to head all the way back. So before you go, so we're sitting having a chat. He brings us out nice cold beverages. Oh, so welcome, let me tell you. And yeah, you know what? And the amount of knowledge that guy, the stories he has, and because I mean, that's where we ended up talking about the Brent run and how they used to do it back in the day, and some of the things they had said on how they did it, maybe not. So you don't really know at the end of the day, but just chatting with him and the stuff he knows, the things he's seen in the history of Algonquin Park is phenomenal. Like he's a guy you got to pin him down, and we would love to do a show with him, just to have him on like record. Just have a recording of him.
Exactly. He's a piece of living history that soon you'll never be able to get back again. And so I agree with Sean, to be able to record some of his story and some of his best memories. It's a super important part of Algonquin Park history and canoe tripping history in Ontario in general. Absolutely.
I could take probably a 2-month holiday with just putting Jake's story week after week after.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Where is he situated?
He's up in Brent.
He manages the store and the outfitter in Brent, and seasonally, of course, he and his wife live near Brantford during the winter on a hobby farm, but then as soon as he can get in that logging road, he's back in Brent and living there until usually the week after Thanksgiving.
Right on Cedar Lake.
Right on Cedar Lake, yeah.
Cool.
And he'll be 80 this year. He has a couple folks out there that give him a hand, but he lives on site the entire summer, the entire season.
And if anybody should be on here tonight looking like Santa Claus, right? Right? Tell me I'm wrong. He's got the white hair, the white beard.
Yeah, it would appear that Ethan has bumped into him, and so has Joe, and so they know that Ethan knows that he looks exactly like Santa Claus.
Someone mentioned that it's difficult to get. They're coming from Quebec. Lucho commented.
Yeah.
Well, Sean, try the other guy. Amazing wilderness in northern Quebec. Why are you coming to Ontario?
And I told Lucho we have to go on a Quebec trip.
I've always wanted to try that, but from what I understand, it's hard to find what is actually crown land up there, right? So I don't know what kind of resources are available other than my CCR or something like that to reference for that kind of stuff.
Oh, so I go in the comments and everybody's hating on me for my fishing skills. That's nice.
Yeah, but
Thanks for that.
Be a woodland caribou. Come on, man.
Do you not?
I have one bad trip, and I'm labeled as the worst fisherman of all time.
Yeah, but you were burning on yourself on that one.
I know.
Everybody says you drop anything in the water, you're gonna catch fish, and I can't catch anything.
Yeah, like you should be able to just throw a hook in the water and catch a fish there. I don't understand it at all.
We walked out of.
I guess it was like a running joke. Joe's told me multiple times. Like he always brings it up. He's like, "Bro, if you only knew how many times me and Kyle made fun of you when we were out there for not catching any fish, like all the time." It was a running joke for the whole trip.
Oh wow. Hey guys, hold the fort for 1 sec. My dog is driving me nuts here. She got to go outside.
Sure.
I'll put Santa in my place.
Everybody on hold, throw some elevator music going.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
Yeah, we did woodland caribou, and how didn't you catch anything?
I don't know. I had several fish. If you watch the video, I definitely had several fish on the line, and for some reason, I don't know if my hooks aren't sharp or what, but they just would not catch the dang fish. I don't know. I don't get it.
So answer me this. When you're sitting in the front of a canoe and you catch something that's probably 4 to 5 feet long and a mouth filled with teeth, how do you land it in the canoe?
I mean, I only paddle pack boats, so I don't know. I would just lay it in my lap. Try to flop it in my lap.
Everybody looks at it, everybody screams, it breaks the line, and you're happy. Everybody's good. It's a win-win.
Yep.
Yeah, we did that in woodland caribou there. We caught something. It was massive. All you see is this big pike mouth coming up, and you look back and you see the tail like halfway down the boat, and we're not getting this in this canoe. And it's like, well, there's no space at my feet. That's not happening. And all of a sudden, shaking the head, and it's gone. And I'm like, that kind of solves that, doesn't it?
That's for the best.
I just found more cookies.
I'm still eating that moose or
There was no dog.
It wasn't a dog at all. You just wanted another cookie.
Not myself.
Dog.
Yeah.
The dog.
But yeah, the trout, the pike, the pickerel, everything, like, especially then the portage. We found the portages in the end of waterfalls and rapids. Like the pike were just everywhere.
I know. Thanks for just twisting that knife. I appreciate it.
Well, look at the bright side.
And I'll teach you in the spring.
Yeah, I have to catch a brook trout on this ice out trip. If I don't catch a brook trout, I don't think I'm ever bringing a fishing pole ever again on a trip.
You know what I catch a lot of is fingers. I didn't know myself. I don't know how many times. I'm terrible fisherman. Absolutely terrible. Right, Lucho?
It's fun though. I bought like the same lures that Joe always catches all his fish on. He catches them on this EGB trout spoon, and he talks all the amazing talk about this EGB lure. And I was just like, all right, I'm gonna buy these things, so you have no advantages over me. So I did. I bought some, and I'm gonna bring them on the trip, and I'm gonna see if they really work or if it's just me. Probably just me.
Grab yourself some Meps.
I have a bunch of maps. I do.
They don't catch anything for you?
No.
Really?
Yep. I'm gonna have to do like a video of all my fishing gear that I brought. Like I did a gear video. Yeah, you can see my fishing gear. It's like Meps, lures, spoons, Rapalas, like all the typical stuff. And I still didn't catch anything.
Streak there. That's all.
Wow.
It happens. It happens.
Yeah.
It happens to the best of us. We just don't talk about it.
No, it doesn't.
And you know what? I've never caught a brook trout either. I've never
Really?
caught one. So,
I never caught a brook trout. I've caught a trout, but I was a kid and I don't remember what it was.
You know
That's cool.
what? I don't take it so seriously anymore because, I also seem to catch a lot of fingers because if I'm paddling by myself and I've got my dog in the boat and I've got a beverage on the go and I'm taking pictures and I'm paddling, the last thing in the world I need is a flexible fiberglass piece of equipment with a sharp hook on the end dangling over one side of the boat or the other. So
That's fair. That's a fair point.
I'll fish when I get where I'm going, or I'll fish if I've stopped for a break. And but if I'm paddling and I'm taking photos and trying to get somewhere, I'm not worrying about it.
See, I do a lot of shore fishing now, and like you say, when you're at the end of a portage or something. Because if I'm going across a lake and we're going for trout or something, like in Algonquin, say going across Bice Lake or something, then whoever's in the front, I'm teaching them, cast out with the little Clio, got it set up properly, way down, troll slowly, that sort. So I'm keeping my troll going nicely, the nice slow paddle, and they're watching their rod do the little bounce thing just to make sure it's right, and then hopefully getting them to catch them. So I want to concentrate on how they're catching, as opposed to forget them. They don't know how to fish, they can catch whatever. I'm more concentrated on myself. So the majority of the time when I'm actually paddling now, that my fishing rod is hanging behind me, done up. Right? I'm at the point now where I'm taking people that don't always get the opportunity to go canoeing and stuff like that. And when they are, they're not big into the fishing or they're whatever. So I'm teaching them. Well, this is how you do it, because there's not as much as everybody here loves to snag that fish and bring it into the boat and all that. There's nothing more enjoyable than watching somebody you're bringing on a canoe trip latch into something and actually get it into the boat. Yeah. Just the excitement and the panic all at the same time as they're trying to reel that thing into the boat is just as exciting for me as if I was doing it myself. So majority of the time I'm in the boat. I'm not even fishing these days.
Yeah. What's the biggest fish you ever had pulled into your canoe? Because I have a story, man.
Into my canoe? Probably about 3 feet long. Nice big ass pike.
Yeah. My buddy caught a 42-inch pike up on what's the name of the lake there? Up on the Grassy River area, up by Elk Lake.
Up by Elk Lake?
He pulled a 42-inch pike in. The thing was a monster. I've never seen anything so big.
Yeah.
If I could find a picture, I'll post it on my next live stream. But the thing was a monster. And he fought that thing for like probably 10 minutes. And he caught it maybe 5 feet from the boat. Wow. It just took line. It took line. It had a head on it. It was like a monster.
Oh yeah, and you don't know whether you want to bring that thing into the boat or not with all those teeth.
Yeah, well, he did. He had to land it. He's quite the fisherman, my buddy. There, he's more of a bass fisherman, but caught it, and then the pride of letting something like that go, because of course that's a grandpa. You let those things go, those big guys, right?
But those are the fish you get a picture with, sitting here with your arms way out, that you see on the tourist magazine, right?
Yeah.
Northern Ontario, catch one of these.
Yeah.
If you want to see some really big fish caught on a trip, check out Northern Scavengers, the YouTube channel Northern Scavenger. Yeah. Alex and Noah. They did a trip in Wabakimi probably 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah. Yeah. And they caught some of the biggest pike I've ever seen in my life. They were huge. Really cool trip. And I've always wanted to go to Wabakimi ever since I saw their trip. It's going to happen. I see them camping on these sandy beaches, and I'm just like, oh, so jealous. That looks awesome. I want to do that so bad. Yeah. So that's got to happen for me someday.
I think my craziest fish pull-in wasn't because of the size of the fish. It was because I hooked into about 1.5 foot long pike off of a paddleboard on the river, and actually having to pull in this pike onto the paddleboard and unhook it and release it while you're on an 11.5-foot paddleboard on a river. Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah.
Where you're reeling it in and you can actually feel the fish pull the paddleboard.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's if you can get latch into something really huge, there's nothing like it. And even still, like even if it's like I say, even if it's not you that's catching it, whoever is in the boat with you is just as excited.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The minute your rod just goes boom, yeah, everybody's excited.
Oh yeah, that's really cool.
See, I'm going through my phone now, trying to find that picture. I should have that as my screensaver, and it wasn't even my fish, right? That's how big the thing was. Crazy. Ah, geez, I won't find it. But anyways,
anyways, folks, I'm gonna head out of the chat here, but I just want to say Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope you have a fantastic week heading into Christmas. Enjoy it with your friends and family.
thanks, Nate.
Hey,
Appreciate
you
it.
too.
Yeah, Merry
Appreciate you
Christmas.
popping
Nate.
in. Merry Christmas to you too.
We got a chat, Nate.
There we go. You know what, guys? It's 9:15. We've got had a couple of good hours on here for sure.
Mhm.
Just going to probably call this to an end for the night. If all of you want to stay in here, I'll talk to you in the green room before we cancel out. But I'm just going to close out the show. Otherwise, I lose my chat down the side there, and I don't like losing that because I like to go back through it at a later time. I just want to thank everybody for joining the stream tonight. Of course, this Christmas theme is something a little different, and I really enjoyed it. It's nice spending some fellowship with everybody here on YouTube, the extended family, so to say. If you haven't already done
Dirt
so,
family.
pardon me.
Dirt family.
Yeah. If you haven't already done so, visit all these YouTube channels of those on the screen here. Make sure you hit their subscription button. Please do hit mine as well. Thumbs up and the bell notifications. It's all important. And on behalf of myself and my entire family, I just want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas filled with love and joy with your families. Spend lots of time, cherish those moments and memories because you never know what could happen from day to day, right? So make sure you take care of that. Just a reminder, my next live stream will be on January the 7th. Next Tuesday is Christmas Eve, and the following Tuesday is New Year's Eve, so I will not be on. I'll be spending time and making memories with my own family. And,
Good on you.
yeah, and so until next time, I'm Dennis and Canoehound Adventures saying, remember, people, keep the adventures alive. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Thanks,
Christmas.
everybody, for coming on tonight.
Merry Christmas.
You guys stick around for a sec.